What's up, guys? This is Daniel with Midnight Movie Trash, and I'm here with...
Me, Tom McLoughlin.
Tom, tell me a little bit about Friday the 13th, Jason Lives.
Well, I got the job because the previous one, Part 5, the fans were a little upset because it wasn't really Jason. So they basically said to me, bring him back from the dead, and anything else you want to do, you can do. So it was really a blessing because I had complete, kind of control over adding comedy, adding a little more structure to the story, giving Jason an agenda, obviously Tommy Jarvis an agenda, so that there was a little more of a one-on-one aspect to the film. And the fact that we did it in such a way that the fans just, were so excited to have Jason back. It's continued now, and here we are 40 years later.
Awesome. Let me ask you, were you able to add any kills or modify any kills in the film?
Yes. I had originally scripted 13 kills, and then we showed it to an audience, and they just went crazy, and then the producer said, let's add 3 more kills. So we ended up killing the cemetery worker and then the 2 people out on a late-night date.
That's awesome. Now let me ask you, looking back at the film and seeing the fans' reaction now, how does that make you feel that they gravitate so much to that film and your work?
Very honored. I mean, these things only stay alive because of the fans, and I was like rabid fan of the horror movies of Universal, Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, and never lost that love and obsession. And you see in my film, a lot of kind of nods to those movies because that they were like, I felt like a freak and these guys were freaks, and I think all of us at some point go, yeah, we're all freaks and we love each other, for it. So it's really been great to be able to have made something that has survived all this time.
And let me ask you, how did it feel to come back in with the fan films that came out?
I thought the fan films were one of the greatest things that have happened in motion picture history, to be honest, because you got fans who so much love this character, and this rights issue that went on for like 10 years, they couldn't get their own films, so they made them themselves. So people put in money, somebody who wanted to be a writer, director, actors, all of them came together and did these things for next to no money, whatever they could raise, and some of them are really good. I mean, some of them just like kick ass beyond what a Friday could do because there's no censorship. You kill as many people as you want.
That was awesome as a huge Friday the 13th fan to see the fan films, with the whole legality and everything going on. It was such it was exciting to see that, hey, we get to see Jason again.
Yeah.
And then it was cool to see, your participation, CJ's, everybody else's that were part of the many fan films that are out there.
Yeah.
To see the returning cast, for fans was a bonus. Any other projects you got going on?
Well, I actually, just before the pandemic, it was 2019, I finally wrote a sequel to my Friday the 13th, but I wanted it to be obviously still set in Crystal Lake, but I thought it might be cool for the first time to put it in the snow. So instead of it being a summer camp, directly across the lake is like going at Camp Christian Lake, and it's these high school, Catholic girls who are on a retreat. Thanksgiving weekend, freak storm happens. They get locked into this place, and Jason, who I've remained under the ice for the last 13 years, bursts up through the ice, and the rest of it is all, what you come to expect.
And that's one thing, we've never seen Jason in the snow.
No, certainly not like this, because this is like, what I call John Carpenter, The Thing kind of snow, where you're in serious, try to get from one place to another. It's not going to be easy. So, I wrote that, but I couldn't show it to anybody because of the rights issue. So then me and another guy, James Sweet, we did a Diary of Pamela Voorhees, which is, the whole idea that from the day Jason was born all the way to the day they entered Crystal Lake, that 10 years, what that was like. Well, once we got that out, then we find out they're making a thing called Crystal Lake, which again is that sort of prequel aspect to it. So I have to sit on that as well. But in the meantime, I keep writing things. I have a script for a character named M, and it's a serial killer who's also a mime. And I'm kind of using my background in mime training to to do that. So that's and then I have a band, the Sloths, which are now the Slothzilla, and we're doing all like horror music from horror movies, Pet Cemetery, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, everything. There's so many songs that are like really cool songs that were in these movies. So,
and do you sing or play in the band?
I'm the singer. Yeah, I'm the lead singer and kind of performer. I do a lot of crazy stuff on stage.
One final question: where can they find you on social media, your band, and anything you'd like to plug?
Slothzilla has a site you can go to, and also just Tommy McLoughlin on Facebook, and Instagram. Both things, you can find me there.
Thank you so much. It was an absolute honor. Like I said,
thank you guys.
That's my favorite film in the series. This is Daniel with Midnight Movie Trash. See ya.